All right, all right, all right, all right. Here we are again. Nice to see you guys all here. First thing in the afternoon. I guess it's first thing in the afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. Market starts. A market closes in 1 hour. And so I thought it would be fun to come in here and run strategy number 777 again. Just do the same thing we did last time. We made so much money last time. I thought we would try and do it again. You guys want to see the settings for 777? Here they are. All right, let's go through the settings. First thing, I'm going to right click on here, come down to 777. There's the settings for QCO1, for QOCO1. All right. This across the top is just a title. That's all it is. That doesn't have anything to do with any of the mathematics or how the thing works. That's just so that you can remember what that does. So it's telling us we're going to buy the market. We're going to place a stop at 100. We're going to place a limit at 250. We're going to trail the ATR to exit. So here's where we come in. We say we're going to make this the default. We're going to come in here, and this is going to be buy market because up here we said buy market. Here's where we put our 100. So this is our stop 100. To add attached limit is 250 right there. These we're not doing because they are part of the entry strategy if we're using a different setting, right? So for the stop setting, but we're using the market on this one. So now we come down here to the trail. How are we going to trail out of this thing? This is the attached stop settings. So that's what's down here. This is all grayed out because we're not using a stop. And then we come in here and we say trail. We're going to trail ATR stop. And so that's how that works here. Let me get down here where I can make that bigger for you. ATR stop. So we're just going to trail on the ATR stop. It's a day order. I'm not going to trail to break even. I'm just going to continue to trail. There we go. Very simple, very easy. And so we're going to go ahead and hit OK on that one. Now we'll come over to QOCO2. And I'll show you this one, 777. And this is QOCO2 settings. Again, same things up here, only the difference between this one and the previous one is that this is a sell market instead of a buy market. Now, the thing that's going to happen here is it's going to drop your stop at 100 points behind. Now, that might be a little bit too far, it might be a little bit too close. The attached limit, 250, might be a little bit too far, a little bit too close. We can always adjust those. It depends on which market we're trading. These settings work great on the NASDAQ. If you're down trading the Cousin Russell, these are too big, all right, because of the different sizes of the markets. So you can make adjustments to them. Don't feel like these are set in stone, because what happens with the stop is it drops the stop at 100. And then as soon as there's an ATR, a little dot, now if you wait till there's an ATR, it'll immediately jump to it. If you kind of preempt it and get in a little early, then there's no dot. It won't jump to it. It'll sit there at 100 until there is a dot, and then it'll jump. So if there is no dot, you get in, it starts to go against you. Well, it's going to go against you 100 ticks before you get out. So that might be a little bit too much for you. So again, those settings are all fungible depending on what market you're trading. All right. So here we come in here, and we're going to go to number 777 right there. All right, so here's the stop one. So this is one I use for QOCO3, and here's the stop. Now, again, we're going to come in 777. This is a stop. We're going to trail the ATR for entry. All right, so it's going to drop an open stop order. This is what's cool, is it'll trail on those little yellow dots until it crosses and goes in. Now, sometimes we have false crossovers, and so that's where you get your hiney handed to you. If it has a false crossover, if it gets a little spiky dikey do, fills the order and then continues to fall, that's not good. So this one here, you have to be cautious with it and be mindful of the fact that you might have to put a temporary stop in place, because it's going to drop your initial stop at 100 points back, which might be too far. So I'll come in with a manual stop and just a temporary stop until that dot jumps. And once it dot jumps, then I can get rid of the temporary stop. I'll show you how I do that. And then the attached limit of 250, again, may be way too far out there, but depending on the chart, you can just drag it to where you want it. It's not set like, oh, this is a certain mathematical model that Lan says has to be there. No, it's just throwing it out there on the page so you can grab it and drag it and move it. All right, same with the stop. It just throws it at 100, and then if it doesn't immediately jump to the dot, I'll use a temporary stop in the meantime, and I'll show you how I do that. Now we're going to trail the ATR for entry, because if it drops a stop, that's an open stop order. All right, open stop, which will get you into the market. So this is a little bit confusing for some people, but I'll demonstrate it for you and show you how it works. So that's ATR. And then we're going to come down here and we'll trail ATR to exit. So we're going to trail ATR for entry and then ATR to exit. It's the profit box that we talked about last week. All right. So the profit box is between where you can get in and where you can get out based on those little dots. Now, if the market's not moving big enough, that profit box is so tiny, there's not going to be a lot of money to be made. So you have to be careful, make sure a market's moving big enough so that that profit box from entry dot to exit dot is big enough to be worth doing. All right, so that's that one. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK on that one. And then the next setting is down here, 777. And you can see I've got a million settings in there. Did you see all those? I can't open. Look at this. That's not what I want to do. Look at this. Look at all those. These are all the different trading strategies that we've worked on before. But 777 is one of my favorite. That's why it's set 777, right? We all know what 777 means. So we come in here and we say trail BBB. Now this is trailing the bars back, price bars back, not ATR. So it's going to be a little bit more aggressive than the ATR. The ATR is a little further back. So this is higher highs and higher lows, lower highs and lower lows, right? Definition of an uptrend is higher highs and higher lows. When you get a reversal and you no longer get higher highs and higher lows, you now have lower highs and lower lows. You can capture that reversal by trailing up one bar behind. And then as soon as it turns around and goes the other way, well, you catch that reversal. Of course, you can also get false reversals, right? So you have to be careful. And then once you get into the market, it's going to boop, 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 drop that stop in there at 100 back and then jump to the ATR, and it's going to trail the ATR to exit. So by doing here, I'll give you an example of what this is. See this little spot right here? Here's a good example. It just happened to be on the screen right there. So if you trailed the price bars back, make that bigger. Okay, so if you're trailing price bars back because you got lots of little flat bottoms, right? And you're looking for a reversal. So this is the downtrend overall. Let's take the whole reason why we might do this. This is a downtrend. This is a counter trend. So we don't want to trade counter trends. We want to trade the trend itself. The trend is your friend until it bends or ends, right? So this is a counter trend, but it's got flat bottoms on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flat bottoms. So if you go in and trail the flat bottoms, that's closer than the little green dots. So it's going to make your profit box bigger, but it's more risky. Why? Because you get more false breakouts on bars than you do on the little yellow dots, on the green dots. Now, these are sometimes yellow. Sometimes they're yellow, sometimes they're green. All right, so we'll just come here. TNT defaults, I think. Oh, look, they made them ugly magenta. Back to my defaults. Okay, so that is the name of the game. You can either trail on the dots, you can trail one price bar back, you catch that reversal, makes your profit box a little bit bigger. And that's what that does. All right. So you can choose. So if you get a nice setup like that, you can use the price bars back instead of the little green dots. And that's all. And the little green dots are set here to 1 and 1. And you can make those more aggressive. So you can bring these in. Sometimes I'll make them real aggressive. And you can make them almost as aggressive as the price bars back, right? A little bit smoother, a little bit the same, about the same. And then, it's all depends on what you want to do. How you want to do it. What's the right answer, Lan? What do you do? Well, there is no right answer. There's just different answers. So I generally will recommend that you start at 1 to 1 and then get a little bit more aggressive if you want to. If the market's really moving and pumping and making nice moves, you can get a little bit more aggressive. Bring this down to 0.6, 0.7, whatever. All right. You got to make sure you're on Heikin-Ashi. And these, of course, are range bars. And these are range bar settings on Heikin-Ashi. Heikin-Ashi bars with range bar settings. It won't be like that if you turn this off, right? You turn that off, it's a little bit different. If you turn it back on, a little bit different. All right. If you go to 1 minute chart, well, they're going to be different again. So it's all the settings that you have to kind of discover on how you like to trade. So we can be a little bit more aggressive if we want to, but it depends on the market, how aggressive the market's being. We usually start 1 to 1. All right. So we'll go there and let's center the chart and delete all that stuff. And we'll come back here and see the market's dead, right? We notice. The market's not doing anything. We got a nice little trend line up like that. The problem is those little drives in there. We got drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and then we made the little ABC top formation, ABC, and we're going into a little triangle formation like this. So we got down like that, down like this, kind of like that, kind of like this, kind of like that. So now we're in a little triangle formation, which is just neutral market dead. Which direction it's going to go, we don't know. It could fake up and then shoot down. It could fake down and shoot up. Or it could just take off and go to the moon like that and go up and test that blue line. Or it could flush all the way back down to 130.9. There are many things it can do. We don't know what it's going to do. Everything's neutral. So we have to wait and see. And if you want to trade the reversal strategy, we could do that. That's another one of our setups in here. But right now we're just trading the 777. So we're going to come in here, and this market's not really moving. So we'll just kind of draw a little trend line in here and figure that if it breaks down, that's probably, it's not a very big market, so it's not going to move very far. So, I mean, it's a big market. It's just not going to move very far. See, it's already coming off this little ABC top for me. It's already dead center of the Delta Kona probability, which is the Fibonacci sweet spot, which is dead center right there. It's already there. So there's not much more for it to fall. Strategically thinking, or, what's the word I'm looking for? What are the odds? Statistically, that's the word I was looking for. That's a big word for me. Statistically thinking, statistically speaking. All right. So statistically speaking, it's already hit the statistics. So we're watching it break above. If you wanted to, you could say, I think it's going to keep going. And so you pop that in there just like that. Now, as soon as a little green dot flips to the other side, boop, that 100 will be it. But see, we're on see how far that out? So it's a little bit too big. Our numbers are a little bit too big. We're not trading the NASDAQ. And so these numbers are a little bit too big. But that's why I might come in here with a temporary and just put a temporary stop in there until those dots flip. So I got a temporary stop in there. See that? As soon as the dots flip to the other side, though, that'll happen soon. If that market will just go just a tiny little bit more, the dots will flip, and then this will jump to the dot, and then I can kill my temporary. But in the meantime, the dot hasn't flipped yet. I got a little bit early. The dot hasn't flipped. Come on, flip dot. There it goes. Now I can kill my temporary. All right, don't need temporary. That was kind of a long wait for that dot to flip, wasn't it? All right, here we go. So this come down off of this peak right up in here. It's making this nice little natural trend line. We caught it right there. Starting to go, baby. We're up $225. It's going to test the previous high. We're going to bring our temporary in. Temporary stop, drag it right up there in case that thing flushes back on us like it usually does as soon as it touches that high. We will take our profits at that zone. Breaks through. Nope, we're out. Okay, now it might break through and then we'll feel bad. But we can always get in another time. So we're up $237. That's darn near 50% of our daily goal. Doesn't mean this thing can't keep going. It certainly can. We got that little blue line up there, which is kind of a magic little rubber band that likes to pull the market up. But as it tested that previous high, I want to take my profits because oftentimes it'll test that high and then flush back down. Give us an opportunity to get back in, maybe go like that. Who knows? Nobody knows. We just try. We just guess. Make our scientific wild-ass guess, right? Everything we do is a wild-ass guess, but we want to be as scientific about our wild-ass guesses as we possibly can. All right. Are you guys being scientific about your wild-ass guesses? All right, here it goes. It's going to try it again. It's going to go try and go up there and break that one more time. If you wanted to put your little order in there, you could. You're taking a little bit of a risk. We don't need these. They're done. Let's see if it'll break down one more time. I'd like to see a little red bar in there. If it'd give us a little red bar and then a first green candle to make a new high, we'd get back in. But if it just stays green, then we're just going to kind of sit on our hands and miss it. I need a little red. I need a little red in my life. Here it goes. Just like we said, but I wanted a little red. I was waiting for a little red. Okay, it's trying it again. It's going to see if it can break that high. Is it going to break it this time? If it breaks it, it'll probably shoot on up here. But we need a little red in here. We need a little one red bar, maybe two red bars. I'd like to see two red bars. I'd like to see this right here. This would be perfect. If we could get something like that. Put those two little red bars. Come on, baby. Put those two little red bars right there. That's what we want. But then we want that green bar too. So that's the pattern we're looking for. We want that little pattern. Two red bars, and then we'll break that and see that green bar. Of course, we'll buy on a break above the first red bar so that we'll anticipate that green bar. But that's what we want right there. Come on, baby. You can give us two little red bars. Two little red bars. Two little red bars. Let's see what else is going on. These are boring markets. Okay, let's go to the 1 minute chart. Let's say market 12. This is a Russell, cousin Russell. Cousin Russell made kind of the same pattern in here. Natural trend line came in there, tried to break. It's pulling back a little bit better. This is the horizontal that we were bouncing off of before. There's a little red bar. Are we getting the red bar over here now? Oh, look at that. There's our little red bar. Let's see if we got NASDAQ giving us the little red bar. And Dow's giving us the little red bar. So we got that natural trend line right down there. We got the horizontal here. This is a little bit different setup over here. This one here came on, tried that one. We got the next one up there on the Dow. But that's the 1 minute chart. We were looking down here. Were we trading the 12? Yeah, we were trading the 12. Let's go look at the range 12 up here. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's our high right there on this one. Didn't quite make it. There's a high on that. Oh, look, there they go. Oh, little red bars, and I missed it. Where'd it go? Quick, back over here. Oh, no red bars. What happened? Where did our little red bars go? There's one right there. Look, little red bar. NASDAQ. Ooh, lots of red bars. Oh, I think that's good. We like that. Let's go ahead and pop one in there. Should we pop one in there on that one? See if it's going to go. Okay, let's go, baby. Rock and roll. I missed it. I'm 2 bars late. First green candle making new highs clear back there. Oh, well, we're a little late to the party. Let's see if the party will rock and roll without us. I mean, with us. Come on. Come on. Now, all we can do is wait and see if the shitty little market wants to go up. But it's not going up. Come on, you rotten dog. Don't be lazy on me. Don't be lazy. Lazy. You lazy. I used to raise sheep. Had a whole bunch of sheep. Took him out to the sheep ranch one, or out to the slaughterhouse. We were gonna have a little pork belly out there. No, that's pig. We were gonna have a little, what's lamb? Lamb chops. We were gonna have some lamb chops. And we dropped off the little sheep. We threw him down into the corral. He just laid there. Just laid there. The little Mexican guy come out, the one that was gonna cut him up for us and turn him into pork chops. He's going, he's lazy. He's lazy. It's kind of, you had to be there. I guess you had to be there. It was funny. He's lazy. We're not getting anywhere with this thing. Gonna come back and stop us out. I just took it off. I didn't want to lose all our money that we already had. Oh, watch it take off and run like a banshee now. Oh, there it goes. Good thing I got out. Lan, you're so smart. How'd you know it was going to fall back against you? Oh, Murphy's Law. Lan's luck. That's Lan's luck. So I just got out before Lan's luck paid off or killed me. That's called Lan's luck. You guys can use my luck if you want to. It's usually bad luck. So if you think something bad's going to happen to you, it probably is. And that's called Lan's luck. All right, here we go. We were looking for that baby to break and run, and it didn't go. So good thing we got out. Saved some of our money. We did take a little loss on that. Closed. We lost 25 and 15 against our 237. But we're still up 197. Now what? Let's come and say hi to a few guys. Let's see. John Gasley. John, it's nice to see you. It's good to see you here. Gary White, it's nice to see you. Boost Great. It's great to have you in class. Chad, it's nice to see you here. Train on Rails. I haven't seen anything on Train on Rails yet today, but except for the overall market, it's Train on Rails, isn't it? All right. So, hey, Lan, how's it going? Low Key PTV. It's great to see you. Jay, it's nice to see you in class. And Kirk, good to see you here. It's fun to have everybody show up. It's like our friends and pals are all here. You guys can all talk to each other and say hi. If you don't come here for any other reason, you come here for the great company, right? and for all the crazy jokes. All right. I'm so funny. All right. So entertaining. Let's see if we can make some money too. All right. This thing's pretty dead, isn't it? It's not doing anything. Poor little NASDAQ. But the market, I mean, they sent me a new update to the software. Remember a couple of weeks ago, last week or something, we were trying to trade, and I was just like, what in the heck is wrong with the software? Oh my hell, it's like nutso. And I was going crazy. And then I had to like reset it and turn it off, turn it back on, go into a different setting and stuff. And I was able to make it work. But this is the new setting and it's working like a charm. So very happy that they got that issue worked out, and it seems to be working really nicely here. Very happy with it. So they saw my video and they're like, ooh, Lan's having some problems. We better look into that. No, that's not what they did. They don't care. They don't care what Lan thinks. Maybe sometimes they do. Maybe on occasion they care. Look at this breakout here. We take it? Should we take it? Should we take it? It's trying to go. We got one more right here. Got a little stop sign right there. As who is it that says that? I forget his name. It's a stop sign. Ross Cameron. Got a little stop sign here. Be careful at the stop sign. Ross, good old Ross. I like Ross, but man, I cannot trade like him. I tried. I cannot trade like Ross. So I don't do it. I lost more money trying to trade like Ross. Can't trade like Ross. All right, here it comes. I just trade like Lan. That's all. Just trade like Lan. Natural. Look at all those downtrends. Look at that beautiful downtrend coming in here with flat tops. Look at that. We should have taken that short position, huh? Hit that stop sign and down it went. What if we'd have taken that stop sign? Ross's stop sign, $570. We'd have been done for the day. $500 our goal. $500 a day keeps the doctor away, right? We need a good trade. Come on, we need some setup. We should have taken that one. Oh, it just felt too sideways. I want to see a market moving. 1 minute range. Be careful. Don't overtrade. If it doesn't look perfect, don't take it. Don't take it. I do a lot of stuff in this class that I wouldn't do with real money. Why? Because it's financial entertainment. Sometimes we just are here to entertain. What would happen if I did this? What would happen if I did that? Oh, and speaking of that, I promised I was going to use the other tool and show you how it worked. So let's use the QOCO3. Well, here, that's a QOCO3. Watch that. See, it's going to, this is on the Dow. I think we can adjust these. Let's come back over here, delete. These are set for trading the NASDAQ. See, because watch this. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to hit QOCO3. I'm going to drop it in there. See, and that's not so bad. See how it's kind of a nicely set in there on the NASDAQ with 200 and 100. See how that works? That's because we're trading the NASDAQ a lot, right? So we set those up like that. But if we're going to go trade something else, we could probably want different settings. You could change it. You could have two settings or you could just adjust them. Doesn't matter. But you could come in here and have a setting for just if you're going to trade the NASDAQ, you have the NASDAQ one, 777-NASDAQ- whatever, you know. And then you have your 200, 100. See how it's trailing down? This is an open stop. And so it's trailing down on the green dots. And as soon as the market turns around and goes back up, it'll intercept those green dots and start to go long, and that order will get you in. So all you have to do is sit back, relax. I wouldn't go cook eggs, but you could. Because you got a stop and a limit, and they're attached to each other. If it hits the stop, it'll kill the limit. If it hits the limit, it'll kill the stop. Right? But those are just kind of put out there so you can kind of drag them where you want them. But you don't drag them until the order's filled. Right here, they'll move every time the little green dot moves. The whole system, all three orders, boop, 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 boop. And then when the stop order gets filled, it sets the stop and the limit. The stop will jump to the green line. The limit is set at what you put it at, which is 250 ticks. And then away you go. Back to the same thing we did before. You just have to practice and play with it. And then, of course, if we hit exit chart, this is the same thing. We come down here. Now, instead of following on the little yellow green dot, it's going to follow one price bar back. And see how it's a little closer? So it's a little more aggressive. It's going to get you in earlier, but it could also capture, you know, false breakouts, false reversals. Man, this thing's still going down. It's frustrating. See, so we could catch the reversal here. And then as soon as it gets the first price bar to make a new high, we get in. And then the stop will just sit there 100 points back, which is a lot on the NASDAQ, right? But it's about where it needs to be. And then as soon as the green dot flips, boop, 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 then it'll jump to the green dot and start going up. So it really does need to turn and rally. This is like catching a falling knife strategy. And you could do both. You could drop one in here on the there. Now we got one on the green dot, one on the bulls. You really got to be bullish if you're going to do this, right? Because now you're going to catch one on the reversal on the price bars back, and you're going to catch one on the little green dot. So if it doesn't turn and go, you're going to get your hiney handed to you. That's why if you just wait until it goes and you use the QOCO 1 and 2, you can just like pop it in there. Oh, it looks like it's going. Boop, and you pop it. Oh, the little dot flipped. Boop, you pop it. And that's all you have to do. This one here tries to catch it for you. We see how we do. It's catching a reversal, so we're looking for a reversal. Our indicators aren't exactly in the best spot for this, but I don't know. Stochastics is down there trying to get down into the oversold region. So we'll see. If it just snakies and it turns and goes back up and tries to capture a high, this might be a nice little strategy. We'll see. You never know. You never know. You just got to try. If you don't try, you'll never know. Okay, it filled it. So we're filled with 1. Now, if it goes up and breaks the green dot, it'll fill with 2. So we wait until it fills. There it goes. So we caught that first green candle to break a new high. First candle. See, this was a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Now this is the first one to start making a higher high. So it caught it automatically right there at the very bottom. So if it turns and keeps going, then we'll be good. But if it turns and starts to fall, we'll lose 100 points because it's going to go down and hit our 100-pointer. Now, I didn't catch the second one yet. It's got to break that green dot to catch the second one. Come on, buddy. Let's see a rock and roll. Let's see a rally, rally, rally. Problem is MACD's saying, I don't know if I want to go back up. The stochastics is saying I do. I want to go back up. Come on. There we go. Now we got the second one in. Now we need the dot to flip. If the dot will flip over to the other side, we got to get that dot to flip to the other side. The stops will jump up and they won't no longer just be sitting there at 100 out. Okay, so we had one trailing price bars back. So that was QCO3 and one of them was QCO4. Those are called intercept orders. Intercept orders. All right, jump, little green dot. Jump, little green dot. You can do it, little green dot. Oh, it's going to go up and hit that blue light. It's going to hit that little blue line and reject. Uh-oh. We could take one off. But that, I wanted to take one off right there at the blue line, and now it's pulled back. I don't know if it's going to go back up there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby cakes. Get her up there. Okay, now the blue dot, the green dot. I keep calling it blue dot. The green dot jumped, all right, to the other side, and see the stops jumped automatically in. Now, if you got some big cojones, you can just stay in there and let that thing ride like Paul Revere. See how high it'll go. We could put one of these limits orders in here at the high point. To come up there and test those highs, we'll get out right up in there. That's one. Or we could say, well, if it comes back up and tests that blue line, we'll take one off there. That's what we should have done in the first place. We should have had one at the blue line and taken one off already. And now it's losing its mojo. It's losing its energy. Oh, damn it. Land's luck. Probably just get out right here and not lose any. It's pulling back. It's dying on us. Nobody's excited about trading right now. Look at it come back down. Why didn't you get out when you said you were going to get out, Lan? Because I wanted to show how the orders work. Little green dot. There it is. Come on, buddy. Come on. Get her up there. Get her up there. We can bring a temporary in there and just say, look, if it comes back down and breaks even, we'll just get it out. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It already tried to come and fake us out. Come on. Get up there. Take that one off. Then we won't care. Just give us one of them. Oh, take it. It's candy. Oh, yeah, it's good bait. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so close. It almost took it. It almost took it. There you go. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Oh, yeah. You can do it. Take the candy. Take the candy. Oh, baked out the candy. Oh, took the candy anyway. All right, we're clear out. All right, we're up $712. That was tough. That was some tough, hard trading. That was scary. $712 in 30 minutes. That's not bad for a guy like me. All right. We made it back to the Kona Delta Kona probability. Just like that, right into the Delta Kona probability. Right dead center, hit that little blue line. What is that little blue line? That little blue line was the 200 period moving average. So it's playing against that right now. Look at that. Twice it hit that number. 3 times it hit that number. Wow. Wow. People like that 200 period moving average. They do. You could jump in right there. Let's get that big pullback. It might go one more time and try and break that. Let's pretend like we're in with one. Come on, baby. Go up there and break that 200 period moving average. Why are you pretending, Lan? Why don't you just really do it? It's scary. I don't want to lose my 712. Let's come over here and look around. Let's go look around. Let's do a little looky-loo. Looky-loo there, nothing. Looky-loo here. That's what we already looky-looed at. Let's come in here and looky-loo at one. Okay, there we go. That's a little ABC pattern. That baby looks like it wants to come down, doesn't it? I don't know. All the way up that drive like that. Looks like it wants to come down. Flush. Why didn't you put an order in there, Lan? Well, don't know how far it's going to come down. It's not a very big profit box. Look at this. See this? Profit box is to right here, and it's already there. So if I'd have got in, I wouldn't. There's no room for it to move. It's not big enough. Not big enough. I like it bigger. Same thing here. Look. Bottom of this trend to the top of this trend. Where's the Fibonacci sweet spot? Delta Kona probability 38.2, 61.8. See, it sat there and played around with it. Came right back to 61.8. Say it with me. Say it with me. Chad, are you here? Like a train on rails. Came right back and touched that 61.8 like a hot little piece of candy. Now it's bouncing around 38.2. Wants to break above those green dots and go. Go. What is this? It's the S&P. Is it going to go? No. Back down to the 50. Bounce the 50. This looks like a little ABC pattern to me. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Down she flushes. How far down she's going to go, nobody knows. Step right up. Throw your darts at this balloon. Down to 100. Think it'll get down that far? 90% maybe? I don't think so. I think it's too. Might go down to 61.8 again and then bounce. What do you guys think it's going to do? Kirk says he comes for Pit News Magazine. That's right. We come for Pit News Magazine. What's Pit News Magazine, Kirk? You want to tell the folks here what Pit News Magazine is? Pit News Magazine is the club magazine. It's amazing. We write all the stuff that we talk about in these classes. So just about everything you see talked about in these classes, you'll find in the magazine at the end of the month, all written down for you, all outlined. And then every one of the articles is recorded so you can listen to it. So you can listen to it, you can read it, and it's part of the videos. All right, the video series. All right, and it's on sale right now, $19.97. Now I'm going to take it off sale soon. I keep telling you, the guys, I'm going to take it off sale. I'm not going to have it on sale any longer. Why is it still on sale, Lan? If you keep saying you're going to take it off sale and you never do. Well, because I haven't been able to redo the graphic. And so I got to redo the graphic. As soon as I can redo the graphic, I'm going to take it off sale. But I got to redo the graphic, and that's a lot of work. I was going to do a different picture and all kinds of stuff. But you know what? So far, it's still on sale because I haven't redone the graphic. And if you put in 50% off, you'll get it for 50% off. So why don't you go do that? Yeah, go do that. Go get Pit News Magazine. You'll love it. I promise. What do we see here? Let's get down here. Bring that thing up. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. There. So we got to figure something out here. We're not making any money. We got 20 minutes left in the game. That market's just quiet. Let's go look at the, you know what I was going to do? I was going to have a little fun today. Maybe we can still do that. The market's kind of slow. Let's go over to the stock market. See if we can do a little day trading in the stock market. Should we do that? That sounds fun, doesn't it? We don't do that very often. Oh, we still got our, don't freak out about this down here. This is a poor man's covered call strategy. Shows we're down $2,000, but we're not really down $2,000 because we've already collected. Here, I'll pull up the spreadsheet. We're actually doing really good on this little poor man's covered call. I feel bad that, you know, we are down 2,000 on the call, but look at how much premium we've already collected. $270. We've collected $821 in premium. Yes, we're down a little bit. $1,800, but that's all right. We still have 100 days to go, and in 100 days we can sure sell a lot of premium and collect that. So, and then I think the market will turn around and go back up. So plus we'll make a whole bunch on the long call. So I think we're doing okay. I'm not sweating bullets on it yet. That's just this one down here. So pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. All right, that one. I'm still working on getting that spreadsheet done for you. So again, all you guys who are subscribers to Pit News Magazine, you're going to get that. You're going to get that spreadsheet. And as I mentioned, for our portfolio, for our portfolio, our UBI portfolio, Universal Basic Income portfolio spreadsheet, I've totally reworked my spreadsheet. It's like not even the same spreadsheet. So I've got to get that translated over so you guys can have a copy of that. But I'm still working on it, so it's not done yet. So, but that'll be part of Pit News Magazine. So if you subscribe to Pit News Magazine, the links come out in the email. When we announce the new version of Pit News Magazine, you can get the Pit News Magazine. You get the new spreadsheets, all the spreadsheets. All right. They're Excel spreadsheets. So if you don't use Excel, you can open it up in the Google spreadsheet and it will read it, but it won't do everything. It loses some of the mathematical models. So I'm sorry. I tried to do the Google spreadsheets, but I'm no good at the Google spreadsheets. I've just been an Excel man for so long that it's just so difficult for me to go over and do the Google spreadsheets. All right, here's the maps that we're going to look at. Here's the bubble map. Here's the one I love. Bubble, bubble, bubble. So which ones are hot and moving? Well, Microsoft, NVIDIA, Palantir. How many of you own a little Palantir? I loaded up with Palantir, man. I put like $100,000 in Palantir just in the last couple weeks alone. when it was down there breaking all-time new lows down in there, man, I was dumping money into it. Like I backed up the pickup truck and started shoveling money into Palantir. Best move I ever did. It's really rocking and rolling for me. Why didn't you tell us that, Lan? Why didn't you tell us? I did. I did tell you. I told you and told you. Let's see. What are we going to do? Some of these, we got a Bank of America seems to be, well, let's go look at Netflix. NFLX. NFLX. See if there's any day trading opportunities over here. Let's go to 1 minute. This thing rocking and rolling. Ooh, not in after hours. That's not good. Okay then. Alrighty then. Netflix out. Let's go look at Palantir. It's probably blowing off at the end of the day. Palantir. Look at it. Oh, I love Palantir. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's PLTY. We don't want PLTY. That's if you want the dividends. We're not into the dividends when we're day trading. We are into, well, that's not giving us anything either. That thing took off at the 1239 and then it broke here. So if we'd have been watching that coming into power hour, because that power hour started right there. That hit boom, boom, boom. And away it went at 1 o'clock, 5 to 1. Swing. Well, we're making a little shelf right here. Guys are bailing out before the end of the day. Don't bail out, everybody. Bail in. Bail in. I want everybody to bail into Palantir. I own so much Palantir. I get like $100,000 worth of Palantir right here. Like right here, like right there, like right there. I got $100,000 worth of Palantir right there, right there. Yeah, baby. This was drive 1. This was drive 2 on the ABC pattern. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. That's like, come on, say it with me, Chad. Say it with me, like a train on rails. All right, how far is that going to rise? It's going to rise to the moon. Why? Because Lan said so. That give us a little head and shoulders in there, but that thing right there, see, that's a little low spot. See, come in here, a little head and shoulders. Dun, 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 dun. If you want to buy into this thing, I'd wait. I think it's going to give us a right shoulder. So it's breaking the previous high right now. So oftentimes what happens, it might go up a little bit, right? But it's going to flush, come back down, and then it'll go again. So if you think, well, I want to get into some Palantir. Lan got into Palantir. I want to get into some Palantir. Well, if you want to get into a little Palantir, pick it up on that right shoulder. Doesn't mean it has to go up there and make a big right shoulder. Stop, stop, stop. There's our notice, 15-minute bell. So it could go up and do one of these. It could go up, 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 and away. And it could come back down here and just bounce off that and go up from there. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But my bet is that it's up here trying to break above this previous high. And as we just seen a number of times over there on the day trading side, once it tries to break a previous high like that, see that horizontal line right there? It oftentimes will come up. Oh, I can't do it, flush. And that's what we'd expect off this little head and shoulders formation and a rally off the right shoulder. Now remember, doesn't necessarily mean it has to do that. Just because Lan's got money on it, you probably have some Lan luck. It'll probably do one of these things. Come in here. That's your left shoulder. That's your neckline. This is your head. This is your neckline. This is your right shoulder. And Lan's luck says this thing's going to do one of these. Oh, Lan. Going to go down and create a left shoulder. This will be our neckline. And the head will come down and break this lower. And we'll have a 3 drive down instead of just a 2 drive down. Standard Fibonacci or standard Elliott wave says 3 drives up, 2 waves down. ABC off the top, right? And it's done that. It's fulfilled that requirement. ABC came down to 61.8 like Chad, say it with me, train on rails. Hit 61.8, bounced and came back up. Now it's going to hit this right here. And if it does exactly what we expect, it's going to flush and fail right there. So I wouldn't be a real big buyer right there. You buy low, sell high. And this is not exactly high, but it's not low. A lot of people like to buy there. A lot of people like to buy on a break above a previous high. So you might get a little push up in there before it flushes back down. But I think we're going to get it. I think we'll get a little ABC pattern off of that thing. Where it's going to go, nobody knows. Where's it going to go? Nobody knows. But I think this is going to be like this. I'm going to put my chips on the table right here. Like this. I'm going to call that the bottom at 61.8. I'm going to call that just like that. Right? Doesn't mean it has to be, because if you come over here, this is part of the S&P 500. And the S&P 500, as we all know, this is that same pattern we're seeing on the S&P 500. But this one is setting up to almost look more like a 3-drive pattern to me. Drive 1, break here, go down. And it could come down and break that low right there. And if it does that, the whole world's going to shit their pants. The media is going to go absolutely bonkers if it even just comes down and makes a little right shoulder and bounces. They got to find any reason to scream and yell. But that would be the third little green bars out there. See? So S&P still, in my opinion, still has some nice downside potential, at least a right shoulder in there, which would be the same thing as what we're seeing over here on PLTR. But that's not helping us with other day trading. Today is day trading. It looks like to me it wants to make a little downtrend right there. Does it to you? Problem is we've only got 10 minutes. We're coming on to the 10-minute bell. Where are we at? 48. Oh, we got 2 minutes to the 10-minute bell. Trade 100, sell. Let's sell the market, the 100 shares. See where it goes. Nobody knows, but it looks like it's got a little shelf there and it wants to break down and make that little ABC top formation. A, B. Oh, that's not our ABC tool. Grab it, Lan. Grab it. 1, ABC, just like that. 61.8 would be right here, which isn't even below the B line. So this is tiny little top. It would have to come all the way down to 190, 100% down here to break it. Well, here it comes. Here it comes. 100, 130.9 would be our golden ratio. That would be nice. Actually, it wouldn't. I got real money to the long side. 100 right here. We're up $10 with 100 shares. 100 shares would be $9,800 investment. Got to have $25,000 to trade like this over in the stock market. At least $25,000. If you drop a penny below $25,000 and you try to do a day trade, remember they got pattern day trading rules. They're going to shut your account down for 90 days, put you on the sidelines, put you in the penalty box. We're up at $20. It's like trading the micro minis over in the futures market, isn't it? Well, only with $9,000 instead of $100. In the futures market, you'd be making about the same amount of money with a $100 investment. Oh man, I told you it's going to come right down to 61.8, bounce and go back up. Yeah, let's get out, take our $8. All right, we made $8. Oh, $6. Okay, well, that was fun. Now you know why we trade futures. Let's go back over to the futures market. Oh, look at that. The Dow's starting to move. That was the 10-minute bell, wasn't it? Yep, 10-minute. That was the 10-minute bell. Okay, here we go. That was a nice little move, a break above that the yellow dots here on the Dow on a range bar 12. Bouncing against the 200 period moving average. Let's see what it does. It's not going anywhere. This market's just dead as a doornail. Where did that term come from, dead as a doornail? I think you got to be at least 60 years old to know that term. Maybe 59. That's dead as a doornail. All right. This market's just dead, channeling. All right, we're not getting much out of this stuff. Not much here. There's not much more to be had out of this market, guys. I think we're going to give it up. All right. It was really good fun having you guys here. If you want to use the software I'm using Track and Trade, trackandtrade.com. Download it. We went to the stocks version today. We also have the futures version. We like the futures version for day trading because we have the leverage. We were trading with $1,000 today in the futures market, and we made a whopping $712 in about 30 minutes. That's not bad wages. I have a hard time doing that in the corporate world. All right. And then we have the stock market version. We went and played with the stock market version a little bit, but you have to have a little bit more money. But you know what? The leverage isn't as bad. So it's not as scary. It's not as scary. All right. So if you like that, that's okay too. Nothing wrong with that. I like to day trade the stock market. It's good and fun stuff. And of course, don't forget to go over there and pick up Fit News Magazine. Type in 50% off and you get it for 50% off. It's only $19.97 for an entire year. And for those of you who like to do the YouTube stuff, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up thing because that's always good. I like to see the thumbs up thing. It lets me know that you guys are having fun and great little community that we have here. And I appreciate you guys showing up. It's a lot of fun to see you and your smiling faces every day. And what is today? Today is Tuesday. So Wednesday, tomorrow is going to be stock day. So tomorrow, 8 a.m., we're going to run through our stock portfolio and see if there's not anything we can do. Maybe we'll do a little day trading tomorrow. Should we do that? See if we can't make a little bit of money in the morning first thing with a little day trading in the morning in the stock market. That's kind of fun. So we've kind of reviewed. That tomorrow's Wednesday. And Monday we reviewed our portfolio. You know what we got to do is we got to talk about our poor man's covered call and show you the spreadsheet. So we'll talk a little bit about the poor man's covered call and we'll do a little day trading. So we'll do some of that stuff. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. We did a little bit good. You know, we haven't been tracking this in our spreadsheet. We need to do a little bit better job of keeping track of how much money we're making. So that's $712.50 today. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Put them in the comments down below. I'm always happy to answer. And hopefully you were able to capture on your screen the QOCO 1, 2, 3, and 4 settings for your track and trade software and follow along with me doing what I'm doing. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care.